Hello everyone, welcome to Inception classes. Here I am going to discuss class 10th polity topic power sharing. In this chapter, we will learn about the idea of power sharing, why is it important, and what are the different forms of power sharing arrangements. So, first of all, we will know how the idea of power sharing emerged. You all know there was a time when the country was ruled by the monarchy system in all over the world. And in that system, it was believed the power is undivided. All power of government must reside in one person or the group of persons located at one place. But this thought changed with the emergence of the democracy. One of the basic principles of democracy is that the people are the source of all political power. They rule themselves through institutions. Therefore, political power should be distributed among as many citizens as possible. Let us see what is power sharing. Power sharing is a political arrangement in which power is shared between different organs of the government, between different levels of the government, between different social groups and different political parties, pressure groups, and movement also. Next, what what is the important of power sharing? Why it is so desirable? To know about this, you will have to understand the story of Belgium and Sri Lanka, which have given in your textbook. Please go through once. Here I will tell you only what do we learn from these two stories. We can see here, in Belgium, Belgian leaders recognized the existence of regional differences and cultural diversities, and they adopted a mutually accepted arrangement for power sharing. They respected the feeling and interest of different communities and regions, and it prevented conflict and division of the country on religious and linguistic lines. While in Sri Lanka, leaders of Sinhala community adopted a series of majoritarian measures to establish Sinhala supremacy. An act of 1956 was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language. They favored Sinhala for government jobs and other opportunities. A new constitution was formed to protect and promote Buddhism. And all these measures increased the feeling of alienation among Tamils. And this led to conflict, and further it turned into a civil war. So you can see in Belgium, leaders adopted the idea of power sharing and make the country united. While in Sri Lanka, majority community tried to force its dominance over others and refused to share power. and it undermined the unity of the Sri Lanka. So you can understand easily why power sharing is important. But here we can see there are two different sets of regions have been given in favor of power sharing. One is prudential region and second is moral regions. Prudential region is based on calculation of gains and loss, while moral regions is based on moral values. Prudential region says power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between social groups. It ensures the stability of political order and protect the minority community from tyranny of majority. It also enhances the unity of the country. Thus, prudential region stress on the better outcomes, while moral regions says power sharing is the very spirit of democracy because it gives equal rights to all citizens and give rights to participate in government. Overall, it emphasizes on values. Let us see forms of power sharing. Here, some of the most common power sharing arrangement have in modern democracy. First, powers is shared among different organs of government such as legislature, executive and judiciary. This is called horizontal distribution of power because it places all the organs of government at the same level. All organs have limited power and each organ checks the others. For example, you can say the executive are responsible to the legislature for their act and legislature makes the laws and judiciary review the laws, and if judiciary found anything against the constitution in that laws, then judiciary can declare illegal. So all these three organs checks and balance each other. Second, power can be shared among government at different levels. This is called vertical division of power. For example, in India, we see there are three tiers of governments. On the top, at the central level, there is a central government. Below it, at the regional level, there is a state government. And at the local level, there is a municipalities and panchayati raj. This division of power is called federal division of power also. Third, power may also be shared among different social groups such as the religious and linguistic groups, for example, community government in Belgium. In India, we also see socially weaker section and women have given some reservation in legislature and administration. Fourth, power sharing can also be seen in political parties, pressure groups, and movements. All these control or influence those in power on decision making process. For example, if any two or more parties form an alliance to contest election and they elected, then they form a coalition government. Thus, power is shared between two parties. Similarly, there are many pressure groups like traders unions, farmers unions, and business unions. They also share power through participation in governmental committees, and they influence on the decision making process. That's all. If you have any doubt, you can ask in comment section. Thank you for watching.